we talk about Mr. Running Back number 12th pick. Surprise to everybody, Jahmyr Gibbs.
I actually like the player. I like the player a lot. It's just
Absolutely
at pick
agree.
12, you could have got him in the second round. You could have waited a whole nother round.
Yeah,
If you
that's
really liked him that much, trade up to early second round.
yeah. I
I
mean,
think, yeah, I was gonna say too, like if you like, I think at the same time when you compare Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs, it's you're comparing apples to oranges. But at the end of the day, they both play running back. I think Bijan Robinson as a prospect so much you know exceeds and performs so much higher than Jahmyr Gibbs. But I love Jahmyr Gibbs as a player. So, it's almost unfair comparing him to Bijan Robinson. But, you know, the Lions going with this pick, it really did surprise me. I mean, obviously, it makes sense now when they shipped off DeAndre Swift. So, they did get their guy in the end. But it almost makes me question then why pay such an injury prone David Montgomery so much money in free agency? It almost makes that pick or that, acquisition seem a little interesting now than it was before, because at least before you kind of knew you were getting the tandem, but now like all the way at the 12th pick when there's still so much talent left on the board, you go with the running back. It's like, well, what'd you give the dude all that contract money for?
yeah,
And
it's
especially the JSN was waiting. Just they had JSN in their lap. They
Yeah.
could have just taken him, which I think would have been a way better pick. Plus, they could have even traded down a couple of spots, still got JSN if they really wanted to. You know, if they really wanted Jahmyr Gibbs, like I said, trade it back up to the early second round to get him. But they need receivers so bad. It looks like another year of Amon Ra carrying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you
And
don't, and even if you don't like JSN, you still have Christian Gonzalez, who in my opinion is the number one corner in this draft. Hot take maybe for some. I think that he is better than Devon Witherspoon. But I think it's just a kind of an odd pick to just go with him. I know looking at the Jahmyr Gibbs situation a little bit closer, comparison for him I would say is CJ2K. I think that they're very similar players, and it looks like they're going to use him in a similar way. He's going to be playing a lot of slot receiver for them. He's going to be lined up all over the field, slot receiver, receiver, running back. He's going to be like a DeAndre Swift, but it seems like he's going to be like a DeAndre Swift, but more of a receiver. They're going to be lining him up a lot more receiver. I understand the pick, but I just can't justify the value.
yeah, and just real quick, touching on what you mentioned with Devin Witherspoon. I love Devin Witherspoon personally. He was my number one cornerback in this draft, but I think that he just went so early. I think that when I was starting to
Yeah.
see the mock drafts and everything, the fact that he was going like top 5 every time, I thought was kind of bewildering. This isn't a Sauce Gardner player. This is a good, just kind of like dog. Like he's really physical. He's got great attributes. He's a ball hawk, but he didn't have that Sauce Gardner eliteness level to him that I didn't think was deserving as a high pick as he got. Even Pat Surtain, I think Pat Surtain as a prospect was much better than Devin Witherspoon was as a prospect, and the fact that they relatively got drafted with at the same time, albeit a different class, but I think Devin Witherspoon just went way too high here.